Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm really proud to be opening, probably for the first time in Australasia, Yamaha's brand new release RN803. This peak of Yamaha's MusicCast integrated amplifier range sees the first implementation of a microphone correction and setup available via the Y-Power setup in a stereo amp. It also, being part of the MusicCast architecture, features Bluetooth, streaming of all of the major brands of streamers, Tidal, Deezer, Spotify to name but a few. It'll play music off your phone, it'll play music off your amplifiers, it'll do everything. Streaming, optical inputs, digital inputs. Hang around for the photos we will take of this product, because I'm really happy to see it here in Australasia for the first time. Okay, Yamaha's boxes are normally very muted and often brown. This product is in a white box with not only some panelling around it, but also some full colour stickers that are added to give an implication of the quality of the product of this type and size. Being at the pinnacle of the receiver range that Yamaha provide, I'm not surprised that they've added a little bit of flair to the packaging of this model. On the top of the packaging is a myriad of information associated with its setup and appointment with iPhones and connectivity and all of those things. And of course, a mention of the fact that it's both a Bluetooth, Wi-Fi and all those types of things. There's Deezer and Spotify logos, Napster, all of those are there. Again, it's part of the MusicCast architecture, so there's a big badge here for exactly that. Looking at it, you've got a basic black panel on one end and model and serial number on the other. This was actually air freighted to us, so there's actually a packing slip and some other rubbish on the end of this particular one, but you should probably get it a bit cleaner than that. Okay. Now, it's sealed closed with packing tape, clear plastic packing tape, so opening it's going to be easy. A simple cut across the sides and then a little nick across the top will see the bulk of this open without any fear of the knife cutting anything inside. Folding these back and having a look, you'll see for the first time the lovely layout of the accessories and other things associated with this product. We have, drilling down, an IEC power cord. This is lacks an earth, it's obviously not requiring one. We've got, and this is unique to a stereo amplifier from Yamaha, Yamaha's Y-Power setup microphone. Like their theatre amplifiers, this no longer supports AM, so we've got here a single FM and DAB tuning aerial. We've got some AA batteries for the remote. We've got just sellotape to the top, a little bit of information about the MusicCast app and other speakers. A bit of a promotional, sure, but please download the app for this product. The MusicCast app is not only easy to use, but one of the best as far as what we see in our industry. There's off to one side the user manual. It's a printed user manual. There's a warranty card and there's some other basic information. Looks like at a glance there may be some information about Deezer and other supporting things there too. There's the product's remote control. Now, as always, this is in a separate sealed bag. A little nick of the sellotape enables us to drill into that pretty easily. It's a lovely little remote. A good weight and feel. It's a plastic remote. It has a silver look, but it's not metallic. Now, this particular box has obviously suffered a little bit of freight damage, so this has separated, but the packaging, as you'll see in a moment's time, is excellent, so it's suffered no damage whatsoever. Again, another piece of polystyrene. As you'll see, if I tip this up, this is the corner that might have had a little bit of a bash at some stage, and you'll see that the product is sitting so far inside that packaging that it's never going to come to any problem. The product is relatively easy to lift out. It's heavy, but in the bottom of the box there's nothing much else, so we can discard that with ease. Now, as with all stereo and home theatre amplifiers, it's covered in this man-made bubble paper. It's smooth on the outside, but soft and nice and malleable on the inside. There's a couple of pieces of sellotape there holding it closed. And nicking that very straightforward as far as taking that layer of protection away. Lifting it up, getting rid of that. And spinning this around, we'll see the product for the first time. This beautiful and classic example of the style that is now almost iconic for Yamaha is in these sort of knobs and other things like that. This classic design is brilliant in my opinion. Looking at the front and looking at some of the accessories, we'll see from this side, the first is the 3.5mm input for the mic, or Y-Power mic. Now, please again, this is not a karaoke input or something like that. It's very specific for the microphone, associated with room correction and other things. Above it is a 6.25 inch headphone output, which mutes the speakers and enables us to become not a bad little headphone amp. Above it is the main power. Now this is an in-out switch. It's not a standby button. It's physically unpowering the unit. There's A and B speakers and a 5 volt 1 amp USB. Now being 1 amp, it's not going to support an iPad. It will, however, charge smaller devices and other things like that. We'll probably stream the digital information off Android phones, smartphones, tablets, you know. There's a rotary encoder beside that for its main input. The input and output are easily assessed and assigned, very, very straightforward. Beside it is the bass, treble, balance, and unique to Yamaha is the use of loudness. That feature enables late night listening and other things like that to perhaps be more practical. Above the main bass, treble and balance controls is the unit's display. This is illuminated, it's a dot matrix display, it's illuminated in sort of a white colour. It looks great, easy to read, not too big and not too small. It's also how the setup and other things are used via this. Off to one side, before the volume control, we have a chog control. This gives us the ability with simple and easy to select servers, set up everything associated with this without the remote, without any use of an on-screen display as far as a television goes. The display is easy enough to read and easy to navigate through as well. The enter is here, pushing it in, and then return is a simple button beside it should you get a bit lost. Off to the far side, of course, is Yamaha's chog control, volume control. This is a rotary encoder, so there's no stop point in it. It's got a good look and feel though, a little bit lightweight compared with a traditional volume control, but excellent as far as this rotary encoder goes. Directly above the volume control is Yamaha's Pure Direct button, shutting down any inputs and anything on board basically that isn't required immediately for the quality of signal. And the display will turn off when pushed in. If I lean this up for a moment and we have a look inside, you'll see excellent ventilation. That's required because, of course, this amplifier has sort of 120, 130 watts on board, so it's big and will drive most speaker loads. So the ventilation, of course, is a priority, and it's good to see that there's heaps of it. Looking at it, and probably you've glanced at that already, it's a relatively deep model. I would say it's about right for its size. It's certainly not going to have an issue sitting on the majority of people's shelves or something similar. Spinning it around again, you get to a glance at how well appointed it is. The first thing is that the Wi-Fi Bluetooth aerial is physically secured in place with a little piece of tape. Removing that allows us to move that aerial up if required and get it out of the road. There's a little bit of anecdotal evidence that even if you're not using Wi-Fi, you should probably keep that aerial connected. So even if you're using in a network socket, leave that where it is. Okay, so lifting it up and having a look at the back, you'll see how brilliantly appointed it is from both a digital and analog perspective. Over to the far side of the analog inputs, these are relatively easy and simple as far as their allocation goes, and they're simply marked 1, 2, 3, etc. There's a dedicated phono stage, and it's excellent to see Yamaha still keeping a priority for turntables, and with it a dedicated CD input beneath. Again, I mentioned the DAB aerial, the FM and DAB aerial. It no longer supports AM, so there's none of those spring clips associated with an AM aerial loop, just the FM and F-type connector there. Beneath it is some basic control options, a trigger out to turn things on and off beneath it. and a subwoofer output. Above the DAB aerial socket is 2 optical and 2 coaxial digital inputs. It's good to see that they've duplicated those, enabling us to input. You use this as a source for any number of digital, both analog and digital devices. The amplifier has A and B speakers, so in the centre of the amp is its output. It's excellent to see from a feature perspective that it has A and B speakers. There's a number of applications where this becomes an excellent feature. Above the outputs is the network socket and a fixed RJ45, and of course its aerial. Now, if I understand correctly, this aerial also is utilised for Bluetooth, but no, don't quote me on that. Off to the far side is the IEC power socket. Again, no earth tap, no requirement there. So, let's have a look. This lovely amplifier, the MusicCast, the Yamaha MusicCast, the RN803, big bad boy, integrated amplifier from Yamaha, unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.